Hi, beautiful souls, family of light. Welcome to my next update in the month of June of 2019. Today is gorgeous weather, so I just decided just to kind of pop in and say hi to all of you and give you some updates, of course, on the energies and again, my revelations. And even we'll talk about this document that I just got last Thursday and kind of the story around it. If you're interested, we'll see. It's kind of interesting, actually. And and I just finished the first meditation on unity with Sandra Walter. We've been doing this meditation for 3 years because really I feel this commitment for the planetary ascension is huge for me. So I just do as much as I can, do the inner work. At the same time, I have to be also here in the external world doing what needs to be done, but making sure I'm connected to source, to God, doing those sacred connections each and every day moment. It's a discipline, and we'll talk about the 5D project. We go over it again and again and again. That is something I want to create with my soul group or with my team, and just kind of start this kind of movement, and creating a new earth reality, the 5 paradigm, which is has to do, with freedom and with expansion, soul connection, consciousness expansion, right? And healing this planet, helping humanity also to get out of that 3D matrix of artificial intelligence and help humanity with this transformation, with this transition to the higher octave, to the harmonic universe number 2. So welcome. So as I mentioned, just a couple of days ago, I got my new passport. It was extended because I applied for a new one. That was the 3rd week in April, and it was told to me that I would receive it in 3 weeks, which would be somewhere around mid of May, right? And that was my birthday, and that's when I received this interesting message, first from Texas and then from Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, that they want to proceed with legal actions because of some criminal activities. So, and of course, the my galactic family, and I would even specifically say the Pleiadians, right? Like, this is a test. So I just transform those energies. They gave me all kinds of downloads. I have to stay in that 0 point balance, right? That's why, and that's their technology, taking on technology, and see what happens. Have no judgment, have no expectations. I knew this is wrong, but I felt the truth within myself, and that's what I'm here for, teaching people, or helping them, or assisting them to connect with their source, which is your soul, your spirit, right? And being aligned with the divine. So it means transforming that negative ego, that construct of it, transforming it and aligning with their soul wishes, with their heart wishes, and just being of service. Okay. So anyway, and long behold, or how to say that, I was going through this transition, transformation, and praying. And thank you so much for those, who were writing me or commenting me, being very positive and supportive. It means so much to me. And, supporting me, like, to be brave and strong and so on. That's so beautiful to feel all those connections with all of you. So thank you. And so I got my passport. And it was issued actually on Sunday, June the 2nd. So I want to thank those people, or that angel, or that person of goodwill. Thank you so much for issuing my new passport. Again, it means so much to me. I was kind of in a dire situation. I know there was the cabal there, kind of, how to say, the threatening tactics and whatever they're using, the directed energy weapons, right? The psychotronic weapons, and the mind control thing, like crazy, but somehow I learned how to be above it, because they did damage my body, my aura, my energy field in an enormous way. And that was mostly coming from that military here in the United States. That I think has been extremely infiltrated. I don't want to talk much about that stuff, even though I am a warrior, and I'm just wondering if somebody would be interested in what I have to offer, how me being abused and violated and tortured, and the MK Ultra thing, because I know there are lots of young men and women, guys who either served, right, who were in the military, or then you have children on the street who were also abused and violated, and there's this sex trafficking going on, and gun running, and children's sex trafficking, of course, and then all this torture, and innocent people being locked in jail or murdered. What I'm saying? So, of course, we have to be careful. We need to have a divine protection, and we have to do the inner work. But I pretty much find a way how to transform all that, because the Nazi scientists, right, the Gestapo, the Cabal, the Illuminati, the reptilians of the negative faction, right, the fallen Anunnaki, the fallen angels, the fallen souls with their tyrannistical programming. They really want to use, and they abuse the power everywhere, in every infrastructure on this planet, all in a government and military, educational system, religion, right, of course, politics. Then you have the health industry, food industry, right. We had the chemtrails going on, because what happened after World War II, uh, the Nazis actually kind of won the war, right? And they came over here, to the United States to continue the experimentations on humans' minds, then how to control them, manipulate them. And of course, they're in touch with the negative aliens, with their negative alien agenda, including the Agenda 21, which is all about depopulation, right? Degradation, demoralization, and total perversion of the divine. They're attacking God from every angle and every aspect on our lives. So so this is my story about my passport, new passport. So I got it. So it's interesting. Again, thank you so much. Much love and many blessings to those who helped me with this, contributed. And so let's go back to my project, my protocol. That's something I want to start, and see what happens. Of course, yeah, I don't know, the money, the reset, the financial reset, sponsors, investors, and so on. Just kind of wondering if somebody be interested to kind of have this kind of experimentations, and that's for the positive thing, with the positive benefits, how to heal from the PTSD, from torture, from MK Ultra, from all this fragmentation, whether of the mind, of the soul, of the aura, of the energy field. Because somehow, of course, with my galactic friends, with my star family and everything, with their advanced technology, help me to how to heal myself from all that. They actually brought me back to life. Even they gave me new spine, right, with the etheric implants and computer chips, just to kind of hold me together, because they were extracting, the bad guys were extracting a huge amount of energy from that soul signature, which is the back of the spine. And through that energy, they're harvesting energy. They were torturing me and also doing other horrible things without my permission, without my consent, without first talking about it. That's disrespectful. But again, they're zealots. They don't care what the other person thinks. But it's time to be, aware, time to be conscious. That's why my mission is all about making the unconscious conscious, right? Also integrating your shadow. So it means very important to talk about the dark stuff. It's very important to talk about whether the dark cabal or, this not illuminated people for me about the Gestapo, about the Nazi, and that their MK Ultra projects, right? Like Mockingbird or other, it's just like woo woo woo. It's like we have to talk about it, and the intelligence, that has been abused. The intelligence comes from your soul connection with your soul, the connection from your soul. You know what I'm saying? That's your source. That's your I am presence. That's your divine logos. Other than that, if you're stuck in your mind, and then being controlled, whether that was from the moon satellite, they had all kinds of satellites, right? Those negative ones from their negative fleet, right, with their advanced technology. I mean, people, children, of all ages, sometimes some of them are like puppets, and also the food industry and what people eat. Om Namah Shivaya, it's time to be vegetarian or vegan, or if farmers, they treat animals nicely, and then, they kill them in a nice way, or how the native Indians did that, right? It was a ceremony, it was a sacrifice, there was a Thanksgiving, right? They were grateful for it and thankful. So it's very important to be conscious with every step you take wherever you go, because wherever you go, I am, or wherever I go, I am, and all is well. So it's constant training. And by the way, the services also that I'm providing are on my Facebook page, Yanakalai. So you're more than welcome to check them, okay? And it does have to do with yoga philosophy, because I'm strongly connected to the Rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains. And that's how I think, or I know I overcame the MK Ultra, the agenda of those negative aliens, of those elite, because they don't have that technology. Even though how brutal they can be, they cannot access those higher dimensions. It comes with connection with source, with God. We have to be plugged in. And also what those Nazis did with the esoteric teachings, with the sacred geometry, they perverted everything, right? They twisted everything. And now it feels like not only my job, but job of other star seeds who are kind of connected to this, who have similar mission. We need to turn everything right side up and do all these corrections. And it's not easy, but it can be done with the help of others, and of course, being devoted and dedicated and connected to God, to source, to all that is I am that I am, beloved mighty I am presence. So again, the 5D project, the 5D protocol, I was doing the post on my website, Yanakalai, that was about Telos, the 5D city, right, that is in there underneath Mount Shasta, California. And it was kind of the life, the way they live, because we are also here to resurrect the energies of Lemuria, Atlantis as well, but the Lemuria, that was the divine feminine, right? The Atlantis more, I would say, it was more the divine masculine, and that technology. Don't forget this body, this aura, the plasma, the light body, the Merkaba. That's your inner technology, which can go beyond or even supersede the artificial technology, especially the AI, and especially of those archons. So just letting you know, okay? And it does requires a lots of inner work, but it can be done. And of course, don't forget, we are changing. The sacred geometry is also changing. Everything is changing. We are advancing. We are progressing. We are flooded by those gamma rays, by the solar plasma, right? Solar logos rays. And because of the meditations that I'm inviting you to do, this meditation, that's how you can and start changing the carbon-based DNA into crystalline DNA, and just be the ascended, divine, luminous human being, you know what I'm saying? And once you're raising the frequency vibration, the Cabal, the Illuminati, you know what I'm saying, even the poison that is in our food and water, that's why we drink, we drink structured water. I'm here doing picnic and so on, and having some organic fruits, or vegetables, you know what I'm saying? That's how we heal ourselves. That's how we do the cleansing. I have distilled water, structured water, right? And I had the colloidal silver, I have the zeolite, and I already told you how to heal your aura energy field. That's the Pleiadian energy, right? I work with the crystals. This is what I meant, meditate. This is the crystals from Lemuria. Okay, so very important. You are charging your plasma, you're charging your energy, you're amplifying the power of your soul. Claim your power back, right? Part of my project, 5-day project as well. You have to resurrect all your energies, and we are also transforming the energies. Whatever happened during World War II, or even starting World War I, World War II, and up to now, because there have been infiltration, right? Also of the Jesuits, those Zionists, all this mafia, and all that energy has to be transformed, invoking the violet flame of transformation. Transmutation is very important. This is a positive plate of the Tesla technology, or one of those things, tools. You can keep yourself positive and keep yourself in that 0 point balance, being protected. But again, don't forget to look at your shadow, or look at those dark things happening, whether through the Cabal or other whether people or institutions like the corporation, right, of the United States. Anyway, and also for good protection, EMF, I talk about the Shungite, right? So anyway, I have all my tools here, so that's good. So practice of the evolving self, right? I already talked about it, and sorry, I have to repeat it again and again, but it's very important to talk to yourself and ask yourself who you truly are, through that love, through your soul signature, and why did you come here on this planet? What is your mission? Because that's how you flow with life, when you know truly who you are, and know why you came here, right? Know yourself and be free. Yeshua said that. And that's true, and the kingdom of God is within, right? People are always looking for answers on the outside, and that's true. There are books, there's history, there's scientific proof, and so on. So this is all good, but really the absolute truth, is connection with your heart, with your soul, with God, and it's all within you. And that's true. There's the sacred chamber in your heart. Nobody can touch it. Nobody. So yes, we are eternal. We are luminous, and we are immortal. Okay. So, and I know the yogis, sages of the Himalayan mountains, they were teaching it as well. I'm very much connected to Babaji of the Himalayan mountain. That was the one that actually. Yogi Paramamsa wrote book about him. Okay, so, and Babaji was the one who opened the portal in the Himalaya 3,000 years ago. So to help humanity and this planet to ascend with Ascension. So we are here to really do the work, and the change happens within, right? Be the change that you want to see in the world. That was Mahatma Gandhi. He was the soldier of peace. And just kind of it's just good to be aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, because we are creators of reality. And that means once you start being aware of it, that actually means that you are ascending. It means you are aware, you are part of that process. You are for the light divine, right? Victory of the light. And then you're on that positive timeline. So congratulations, okay? And it's very important to walk in those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. and just give praise for everything that happens to you, whether it's bad or good, because there is always a lesson behind it, right? We came here, or I came here especially to kind of to resolve the karma, but not only, of all these nations, on this planet and my ancestors, but also dogma, right? All these belief system, and it's very important, which is part of the 5D practice. I mean, the practice of the evolving self is to recognize and dismantle the old belief system. You know what I'm saying? Whether also comes from school, from parents, from religion. It's just how people are programmed. It's is it really true? Ask your soul. Get in touch with your heart, with your soul, and see what happens. Follow your intuition. Cleanse your aura, your energy field, energy hygiene, including getting rid of all these implants, declassifying your pineal gland. And being vegan or vegetarian, or just fasting is very important. Just drinking structured or distilled water for a day or two will make a difference for you. Okay. And the principles of I am, that's from the lady. Her last name is Jonas, and she wrote a book, The Link, and she actually had a positive experiences from those grays. She was abducted, and this what she came up with, or that's what she was downloading, that what we are, or we are pure conscious energy. We are whole. We are divine children, right? We're not the ego, but it's also very important to acknowledge it and welcome it through our heart. That's how we can dissolve and we can resolve our karma. And we are timeless, we're infinite, we're eternal, we are multidimensional. So the multidimensional, some people maybe who are still in this density or more or less human, that's why my videos are for star seeds, for light workers and light warriors, rainbow warriors. Like, we understand we are energy, right? This body emanates or exists because of our soul signature, because of our energy signature, because of our spirit, because of spirit. We have this physical body, right? The sacred geometry and so on. And those Nazis or reptilians, they just learn how to degrade it, how to poison us, how to attack us, with their reversal technology, with their false light technology, because they had, or I don't know who created that negative grid. That was the Nephilim reversal grid with their reverse technology, right? So take care of your body, ask for protection, divine protection, and really the law is love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And so we're creative, we are love, the pure love, the pure consciousness, pure energy is nothing but love. So that fear-based consciousness, it has to do with the programming, with the conditioning, with the MK Ultra, with Gestapo. They're kind of whatever non-intelligent construct, because they are parasites, they are disconnected from God, from source, and so they need to feed off of other people's energies, and especially the negative energy that is instigated by the fear-based consciousness, right? Like hate and jealousy and envy and lust and sadness and just kind of depression and anxiety and so on, that it creates loosh, and that's how they harvest that energy, and they can create even more corruption and pollution and devastation. So just be aware of it. Again, I am vibrational being. I work vibrationally. I see, I feel energies. That's why even all these investigations happening and so on, the physical, or people are want evidence, what I'm saying, and that's great. We need that physical 3D evidence while we're now ascending. Anyway, there's always energy behind it. How do you read that energy? First, you have to, do your inner work. You have to do that cleansing, clearing, purification, the energy hygiene, connecting to God, to source, making those sacred connections, remembering who you truly are, what I'm saying? And then you start seeing more things, being clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and so on. So it's just, that's why we came here, to be whole again, to be who we truly are. And I'm helping people to reach that a level, that awareness, that consciousness, and help them with healing, with transformation, and with the ascension process, because it is a process, and sometimes it's not easy. It can be difficult. I also like to talk about and the cooking, the Ayurveda principles, because that's about healing herbs actually, and healing spices. I mean, spices that they're organic, that also are very good for detox or helping you with clarity of the mind and so on. That's kind of my belief system, or that's what I connect with, like Ayurvedic herbs and the Ayurveda philosophy, which is a sister science of yoga. And again, it comes from rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains. I don't go into details of it much, because now, like, we're ascending, even this is changing, you know what I'm saying? And with the then Pleiadian technology, right? You have the medical beds, you have the tachyon technology, right? You have healing chambers, then you have the cosmic rays of creation. I only mentioned 7 on them, but again, that is changing too. Now we have the 8th ray, which is the cosmic ray, which is all about transformation and transcendence. You know what I'm saying? You can work with those rays that actually go beyond the 7. Like, we used to have like 7 chakras. Now we have those 12 chakras and being updated. Of course, those who work on themselves, right? Who believe in this ascension process, who are the light workers. And I just kind of want to put the information out there, so you guys can do more either inner work or research, and again, take what resonates with you, because this comes from my soul signature, energy signature, right? And how you interpret what I'm saying then becomes your reality, and what you do with it, that's our responsibility, because we are co-creators with the divine. It's very important to remember that, okay? And also, we talk about the healing music, how important it is to listen to that kind of music, help you to rewire your subconscious mind from all that horrible programming, conditioning, from that tyranny, and it will heal your aura, heal your energy. That's how it will help your body relax, and when the body can relax, then healing begins, and then the transformation, right? And you can start feeling who you truly are, and you can go back to your center, to your core, and just kind of feel the presence of I am, and do what needs to be done, being of service. And of course, the yoga philosophy, right, with those steps like yamas, niyamas, it has to do with ethics, with rules and guidelines, with morals, with like I said, discipline, right? And the non-violence is very important, because we are going back to peace now, where peace reigns. But of course, being peaceful warrior, so it means we're protecting the integrity, we are protecting what is right. But to be a true warrior, you have to be aligned with the divine. You have to do the inner work, the meditation, and so on. I am not. I don't want to be judging, but those guys were in the military and so on, like the drugs and the drinking, right? And then sex addiction. It only decreases your aura, your energy field, and you're just a puppet of the cabal. So take what resonates with you, okay? And leave the rest. And so now we are going back to purity, to innocence, to what is, okay? The self-study is very important, and surrendering to the power and beauty of your soul. It's also one of those keys, okay? How to enter the kingdom of God that is within you. And so I just kind of quickly thought I would say hi to you, pop in, just kind of update you, and inform you about kind of what's been happening in my life and how things are. And again, I have this passion for this project, and I love the metaphysical teachings. I love esoterica, esoteric teachings, esoteric symbology. I love mystica, which is a direct path to God. And those Nazi scientists, the cabal, and so on, they're like trying to externalize it because they are so obsessed, right, by the ancient philosophies, the ancient technology, and the sacred geometry. You have to do the inner work. You have to embrace your shadow. You have to connect to God and Source, and then you'll have your revelations. Okay, so that's for information, just like this. So, sending you much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste. Bye bye.